Viv is an event designer based in Laguna Niguel. Her company, 2-to-1 Wedding and Event Design, was founded in 2009 after Viv realized that she needed a career that would satisfy both her need to meticulous planning everything and her needs for arts, crafts, and beautiful design. In 2011, Viv was voted #1 on the OC Hot List in the category of Best Wedding Planner. In her free time, you can find Viv working out with her trainer or practicing yoga. Also, she can spend her weekends with her husband Shane discovering the best restaurants in Southern California. She also loves reading, retail therapy, and designing personal stationery and greeting cards. Yeah, a lot of us like retail therapy. Viv's burning desire is to one day own and operate a letterpress print studio with a restored 19th century letterpress. Her key to success is measuring progress, tracking results, and staying consistent, and always keeping a positive outlook and attitude. Please welcome Viv Milne.
Okay, thank you, Elaine, and good morning, everyone. So what I wanted to do today, I've done a couple of different things. I think this is like the 4th time that I've spoken, is just kind of take you on a little bit of a journey through the world of event design. So today we're going to talk about the anatomy of event design and creating what I call a signature style. I'm sorry that's a little bit light and unfortunate. I hope you guys can see okay since we don't have the other monitors working here. But a lot of people ask me, Viv, what is event design? I mean, we're putting together a wedding or we're putting together an event. Don't we just need to pick some flowers? And a lot of times they think that that's kind of it. And flowers are beautiful, so what else do we really have to think about? Well, what I like to call the signature style is we're really talking about creating something that suits your personal style, but also fits the style of the event. So what is event design? It's creating the look and feel of the guest experience, the development of a theme or concept, and I use those terms loosely, and color palette. Floral design obviously is a big part of it. Linen and furniture rentals. The linen options out there are ridiculous. I mean, thousands of linen options. Lighting and props. It's all in the details. So what we do is we carefully curate and craft the accessories that are going to carry out that theme throughout the event in a cohesive manner. So today, a little bit of case study. We're going to talk about one of my weddings this last summer. I call it Love Knot, and it was a seaside nautical affair in Santa Monica. And what was the vision for this event? They wanted an effortlessly elegant seaside wedding with romantic feel and nautical details. Some of the buzzwords that were thrown around were girly, vintage, romantic. They wanted it to be nautical and preppy, but also girly, so that was a little bit challenging. It was kind of like finding the fine balance between the two, so let's see how we did that. What is the inspiration? The couple was really inspired by the venue. It was at Shutters on the Beach. If any of you have been there, it's a gorgeous venue, hotel on the beach in Santa Monica. They wanted an easy breezy feel of the sea and the day. It was a summer wedding over the Memorial Day weekend. They have an obsession with boating and all things related to boats, which is funny because they actually don't go boating very much, but they're really obsessed with it. They wanted the feel of lazy summers in Cape Cod and the clean lines of the Adirondack chairs and Shutters. And they wanted the shabby chic comfort of a beach cottage, so they didn't want it to feel too frou-frou or over the top or stuffy. So how do we capture this? We wanted to use soft sun-dyed color palette of blush pinks, pale peaches, creams, and gray. We incorporated that throughout. Rope and knot details and anchors, and obviously the nautical stripes that they wanted to include. So here's some pictures just to kind of show you some of the elements that we really thought about and crafted over months, and I'm going to try to do this in just a couple of minutes for you. So the invitations, we had these letterpress printed. Can't see them very well, but letterpress is an age-old, one of the first printing processes to bring in kind of that vintage feel. And it's the first look that your guests are going to get of the event that's coming. Obviously, we introduced the color palette here with the pale pinks. We used a vintage pattern and calligraphic fonts to bring in a little bit more of that vintage touch. And then we added the kind of preppy striped envelope liner. The flowers, there's the bouquet there. You can see it's very light and airy. She wanted something that wasn't too contrived so that it would look almost like you had just gone out into the field and picked some fresh flowers and put them together in her bouquet that day. Some more pictures of flowers. That's the ceremony flowers, and then the bridesmaids' bouquets on the right. And then we gosh, it's so hard to read, I'm sorry. The picture on the left is strawberry lemonade that the guests were greeted with this pink striped straws, and guests were given that as they came into the ceremony. Their guest book, we did an Anchors Away, a message in a bottle, where the guests could actually write little letters for them, tie them up and put them in the bottle. And then on the right there is a pen holder that we found at a little vintage shop that says, "Life's Easy Pleasures." This is the escort card table, one of the best places to bring in your theme. We did a big display with a lot of knot and anchor details there of things that we found over a period of months of scouting out different shops. And the table design, where we used linens, we rented the linens, we put rope detail on the napkins, we brought in really frilly chair sashes. Again, some more of the knot detail there, and then all of the table names were actually named after different types of knots. So the sweetheart table, of course, was named Love Knot. And then that is a picture of the ceremony site with the, it's actually the beach in the background there. So and these are just a handful of the elements that we have to think about. So the best clients for me are people that don't want to have to think about that. They don't want to spend months looking in stores and curating these items. I guess I'm out of time, so that's it. Thanks.